The concept of a higher self can indeed be a deep and significant aspect of our being. It might appear unorthodox, or even unlikely, to trust in something we haven't personally witnessed. However, let's explore this notion further. What if your higher self reached out to you through delicate hints? Ponder the potential avenues that can be opened by investigating this idea. Envision your higher self as an entity that is nearly accessible, yet frequently overlooked as we steer through the intricacies of our lives. It calmly waits for our acknowledgement, while our deepest yearnings act as its quiet allies, leading us towards insights that go beyond our tangible perceptions. Reflect on the symbiotic relationship between the physical, spiritual, and emotional realms that characterize our human journey. These trio facets are fundamentally interconnected, affecting each other in overt and nuanced manners. Even though we have the option to overlook this harmony, it exists within us, molding our existence. But what is it that our higher self desires from us? I am of the opinion that it craves our sensitivity towards the environment we inhabit. It aims to ignite our awareness to the forces that saturate our surroundings, because absent this bond, how can we distinguish what is advantageous or detrimental to our internal vigor? Therefore, we gather here today on this spiritual expedition to probe into the secrets of our higher self. Collectively, we will decode the mysterious cues that your higher self employs to seize your focus. So let's initiate with the initial indicator, the realm of vibrant dreams. These dreams are not simply nighttime meanderings of the mind. They serve as a profound conduit for messages from a superior plane. When this elevated plane wishes to convey a message, an omen, or a gentle alert, it utilizes our dreams as the medium. So perceive your dreams as a connector linking your earthly being and your higher self. In this liaison, you might experience phenomena that surpass the confines of past, present, and forthcoming times. These dreams act as a lucid signal that your higher self is endeavoring to establish a link with you. For instance, when your dreams mirror occurrences that are presently unfolding in your life, they act as a straightforward communication from your spirit, an invitation to foster your enthusiasms and advance onward. Next, we progress to the second indication, a hint so understated yet so deep that it may have remained overlooked until this point. It is the practice of reflecting oneself in the lives of others. Have you ever engaged in a conversation with someone and noticed that your expressions and behaviors are harmoniously aligned with theirs, almost as if you both harbored identical views? Picture a situation where two acquaintances converse and the remarks of one seem to reverberate the sentiments of the other. It's as though they are articulating thoughts from a collective mind. This, my dear companion, is the quintessence of the mirroring effect and stands as a marker of heightened self-communication. If you find yourself repeatedly encountering this occurrence during interactions with others, it might be a clue that your higher self is attempting to convey messages to you. To wholly appreciate and decipher these messages, it is vital to carve out periods of tranquility. During these serene intervals, you will have the opportunity to foster a deeper bond with your inner spirit, permitting its sagacity to steer you on your spiritual voyage. Now, onto the third marker, a sign that is inherent in each one of us: intuition. Your intuition functions as a lighthouse of authenticity and counsel, a treasured navigator for the journey of your life. One of its outstanding attributes is the capacity to issue alerts prior to the unfolding of events. For instance, envision a typical scenario. You are commuting to work on a bustling morning. As you await the subway, you are presented with two alternatives for reaching your office: the customary path and another option that appears shorter yet unfamiliar. You pause momentarily, weighing the options before you. In this instant, a faint sensation of unease and intuition starts to emerge. An inner voice hints that selecting the less-known path seems to be the prudent decision. You opt to heed this inner guidance, selecting the path less traversed by you. As you near your office, you catch wind of a sudden mishap that transpired on your regular route, the path you normally take daily. A vehicular mishap has obstructed the way, inducing considerable holdups for those who selected it. Your intuition, steering you via this alternative, not only bypassed delays and annoyances, but also facilitated a calm and effective commencement to your workday. This is a mere illustration of how intuition can assist us in making choices that enhance our welfare. It serves as a luminary of internal insight, guiding us towards the appropriate course to realize our aspirations and evade needless hindrances. Our intuition operates as a harbinger, forecasting impending events or forthcoming circumstances. It can extend advice in addressing disputes or managing past concerns. But bear in mind, even if your intuition directs you towards a result that doesn't appear fruitful, it grants precious perspectives and avenues for personal growth. Thus, in our expedition of self-exploration and spiritual enlightenment, one of the most sagacious decisions we can undertake is to attune ourselves to our intuition, for it serves as a reliable ally, steering us towards a trajectory of enhanced comprehension and gratification. The fourth indicator is an event that might appear unsettling at the outset, but bears profound spiritual resonance: the abrupt emergence of individuals in our lives. It seems as though the cosmos skillfully arranges the introduction of these individuals precisely when we are in search of support or guidance. These beings are not simply fortuitous meetings, they are dispatched to us with a definite intent in focus. Their existence is intertwined within the tapestry of synchronous occurrences that envelop our lives. Hence, instead of evading or fleeing from them, ponder upon the elegance of this celestial architecture. The cosmos, with its boundless wisdom, identifies instances when you require aid. Your spirit, closely linked with you, identifies the most apt persons to assist you on your expedition. Isn't it uplifting to acknowledge the meticulous manner in which the universe engineers these meetings? It further confirms the profound bond between our soul and the celestial dynamics at work. Proceeding to the fifth sign, the domain of thoughts. Our thoughts are not mere arbitrary musings, but a conduit where our higher self liaises with us. The notions that traverse your mind mold the manner in which you interpret and react to the environment surrounding you. It's our higher self subtly urging us to harbor positive outlooks, persuading us to acknowledge the relevance and weight of the connections in our existence. Our thoughts are molded by our internal sentiments and spiritual convictions, fostering a rich exchange of energies. Fundamentally, our thoughts serve as a medium of dialogue between our conscious psyche and our higher self, transcending the analytical mind and linking to our spiritual core. Nurturing this linkage necessitates practices such as meditation, self-awareness, and mindfulness, facilitating the reach into the inner sagacity that navigates our route on the spiritual exploration and the quest for our life's mission. Our thoughts empower us to introspect upon our own existence, deeds, and encounters. This procedure of self-scrutiny aids in deciphering our profoundest principles, convictions, and yearnings, which are crucial facets of our higher self. At times, our thoughts manifest as insights and perceptions that cannot be elucidated purely through rationality. These insights can act as messages from our higher self, directing us towards choices and endeavors that resonate with our authentic mission and trajectory. In this manner, we cultivate a profound scrutiny and comprehension of our thoughts. Therefore, by silencing the mind and aligning with the present, we can reach a profounder inner sanctuary where our higher self dwells. Our inventive and stimulating thoughts originate from a profound nucleus within our entity, and by adhering to these inspirations, we might be venerating our higher self and augmenting our spiritual evolution. When we cultivate the habit of attentively heeding our thoughts, we can distinguish between thoughts birthed from the egocentric mind, encompassing apprehensions, fears, and uncertainties, and those that radiate from our higher self, embodying insights, guidance, and unconditional affection. This faculty for inward attunement aids us in formulating choices that resonate more closely with our authentic selves. The subsequent indicator is the detachment from certain individuals in our sphere. As we set forth on our voyage of expansion and self-realization, we might discern that some individuals, once integral to our lives, now appear to constrain our progress. What is the cause of this, you might inquire? The explanation lies in the progression of your higher self. Gradually, as you dedicate yourself to evolving into an improved version of yourself, you initiate the attraction of more affirmative and nourishing relationships into your existence. This magnetic pull towards positivity might instigate a slow estrangement from certain individuals. Intriguingly, some of them might be experiencing a similar metamorphosis, and this reciprocal distancing can transpire devoid of hostility or malice. You will perceive that you begin to forge connections with individuals who resonate with your thought processes, those who foster your personal development and endorse your journey. Yet, it is vital to acknowledge that separation can pose a daunting choice. It can stir complex emotions and incite a turmoil within. Nonetheless, during these times, maintaining a receptive mindset and entrusting the directives of your higher self, steering you towards a trajectory of augmented fulfillment and harmony, becomes paramount. The sixth sign delineates the fervor of our emotional realm. If you recurrently find yourself engulfed in potent, profound emotions, this might indeed indicate that your higher self is attempting to establish a dialogue with you. As you endeavor to forge a bond with your higher self, it can invoke a range of emotions, encompassing both uplifting and taxing experiences. These emotions can materialize as formidable surges within your consciousness, encapsulating sentiments of sorrow, bliss, or even periods of reflective contemplation nearing despondency. When a linkage is forged between your higher self and your emotional disposition, your sentiments can escalate rapidly. During these instances of emotional fervency, recognizing them as precious markers of your inward transformation becomes crucial, fostering a profounder affinity between your higher self and your emotional sphere. This leads us to the ensuing sign, seeking refuge in your personal sanctuary. Have you observed an escalating inclination to allocate more solitary moments, as though a necessity to orchestrate your thoughts and feelings has arisen? It might appear as though you are drifting away from certain social engagements and pursuits that previously brought joy. However, this apparent abnormal yearning for seclusion is in reality a gentle beckoning from our higher self. Our higher self, in its effort to connect with us, might gently recommend a period of increased solitude. During this phase, your engagement with the external environment may diminish, fostering a deeper involvement with your internal domain. While solitude might occasionally evoke discomfort, it proffers a distinctive chance to rekindle our bond with the spiritual facets of our being. Now let's progress to the second to last signal, the habitual engagement in meditation. Have you been experiencing an escalating urge to meditate, to allocate moments for quiet reflection? Meditation acts as a conduit between the tangible and the ethereal, facilitating a temporary severance from the corporeal realm to accentuate our spiritual entity. This propensity might very well indicate that your higher self is endeavoring to establish contact with you. I mention this since I have personally experienced this urge to immerse myself in meditation. It feels as though I am compelled to devote an augmented span to this discipline. It is somewhat elusive to articulate solely through language, yet it is a sensation that emerges from my core, urging me to invest more moments for personal enrichment, for the current instant, and for my intrinsic nature. This is the reason I am presently immersing myself further in meditation, a process that instills tranquility in me and enhances my state of being present. It feels as though I attain a state of wholeness during this practice. Meditation also assumes a crucial function in discarding superfluous burdens and associations that cease to foster our spiritual ascent. It opens a portal to elevated planes, offering a sanctuary from depressive states, anxiety, and tension. Through fostering connections with these elevated planes, you can acquire precious perspectives and augment your competence in navigating life's tribulations. The conclusive signal, yet not of lesser significance, is a remarkable surge of inspiration and zest towards our existence. Have you perceived substantial alterations transpiring in your life recently? These metamorphic shifts are a direct consequence of your liaison with your higher self. As this connection intensifies, we find ourselves blossoming in creativity, honing our focus on objectives, and nurturing a dedication to personal enhancement. This amplified connection fosters an expansive mindset and the bravery to confront the impending hurdles. In due course, you might find yourself embarking on novel ventures. The awakening of your higher self can spark significant change, urging you to explore unknown realms with renewed energy and focus. These are just a few potential signs of a deeper connection with your higher self, a complex and multifaceted topic. I encourage you to consider these signs and their impact on your connection with your higher self.